He walked the halls every day, surrounded by whispers, stares, and cruel laughter. The insults weren't always shouted, but they cut deeper because everyone heard them. Some came from classmates, others from people who thought they were joking. But the message was always the same. He didn't belong. No teacher stepped in. No friend spoke up. Every day felt like a battle he had to fight alone. The bullying wasn't just about schoolyard teasing. It was about the color of his skin. Classmates mocked the way he looked, the way he spoke, and even the way his hair grew. He pretended not to care, but inside, it was crushing him. He stopped raising his hand in class, avoided eye contact in the cafeteria, and walked home faster than ever, just to escape the torment. What made it worse was the silence. Everyone saw it happening. The teachers heard the laughter. The students saw the shoves in the hallway, but nobody said a word. That silence was almost louder than the bullying itself. It told him he was on his own, that nobody cared enough to take a risk. One day, the cruelty went too far. A group of students cornered him near his locker. They mocked him, shoved his books to the ground, and one of them spat out words so venomous that he froze in place. For the first time, he felt like maybe they were right, that he would never escape the shadow of hate hanging over him. And then, something happened that no one expected. A voice cut through the crowd. It wasn't a teacher, and it wasn't a parent. It was another student, a classmate who had never really spoken to him before. This student stepped forward, called out the bullies, and refused to back down. The hallway went silent. For the first time, the bullies didn't look powerful. They looked small. That single moment changed everything. The bullies weren't used to being challenged, especially not in front of everyone. The silence that once protected them was gone. Other students began to murmur in agreement, some even stepping closer to show support. In that instant, the balance of power shifted, and the cruelty that had seemed unstoppable suddenly felt fragile. In the days that followed, things were different. The bullies didn't stop entirely, but they weren't as bold anymore. Teachers started paying attention, and students who once looked away now offered smiles or quiet words of encouragement. For the teen who had felt invisible, the world finally began to see him, and all of it started because one person found the courage to stand up. It's easy to underestimate the power of a single voice. But when one person refuses to stay silent, it can spark something bigger. That day in the hallway proved that hate loses its strength when confronted, and that even in the darkest moments, one act of courage can change a life forever.